We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25.
Here we go. 19, 18. Go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss
60.
resulted.
Warriors 70. 70 Timberwolves. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Richardson now on second down. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Richardson to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Richardson going on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Come on. Hit. Go check.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
65, Jack. 65.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Ryan.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Check
Kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles.
And got his man complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Derek Brown in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now back to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go, let's go.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The Giants at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
19 tight, 19, come 19, come 19.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down. That one finds Hyatt.
Touchdown, Giants! Jalen Hyatt, 30 yards. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Arnold Ebiketie gets there for the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Let's go now.
2nd and 9.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19.
Off play action. Richardson.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Drew Sanders.
What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
18, Pioneer.
Now Richardson.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not.
And all the way in, touchdown, New York.
Wan'Dale Robinson,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ready.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Looking to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw. That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants.
A great effort there. as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, Reed. Go.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Okay,
now they
ready?
face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Set. Ready. Ready.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Quick throw to Collins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Ready, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Ready,
2nd and 6.
ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Richardson to throw.
comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about. At least
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Over the middle, it's complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now 2nd and 9.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I'm trying to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Cup 19! Cup 19!
Now it's Richardson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, 30 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally marked down at the 23. 39 yards there, a big one.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Richardson going to change the play here.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd and 3.
18, Pioneer. Ready.
Richardson.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.